Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nora, and on today's video we are touring my finished Sunlit Plateau. I started working on this when we got the new Lion King update, and then it just kind of inspired me to do another jungle themed plateau. I'm definitely really excited with how everything turned out. I feel like this is the best plateau I've done in a while. Anyways, I have documented majority of this plateau on streams and on videos, and I hope that each location today brings you a ton of inspiration. So for the first part of the tour, we're going to be exploring the location where I have placed Scar, and I actually did not move his house out of this location. I just thought it suited the biome really well. Plus, since I was going for a Lion King theme, it felt appropriate to keep him where he was originally placed. So for the next location on my Sunlit Plateau, this is where I placed the Animal Kingdom Lodge. This was a building from the premium shop, and I used the little lost and found item, and I believe I got this from the premium shop as well. I just thought it complemented the overall build really nicely, but this is how this build turned out. I'm really excited about this location. I actually did a speed build on this, and if you're interested in following the process, I will have it linked in the video's description. So just like the other locations so far, as you can see, I've gone with a really nice overgrown jungle theme, and something I want to touch base on while we're on the topic of the jungle decor is majority of my greenery are actually the clusters that you can find in the tree category, and this is going to help fill up so much space when you're working on natural builds like this. Believe it or not, majority of this is Nintendo Switch friendly because a lot of the trees that I am using and that you can see are from these giant clusters, and those clusters will only count as one item towards your item limit. I get a lot of comments on how I'm able to decorate like this but still have room on my item limit, and this is the trick that I always go to whether it's working on a jungle theme or a forest theme. So I always recommend using those clusters as often as possible because then you're going to get this overgrown and lush looking build without it being a ton of items. So my next location is this little filler build, and I decided to go with a campsite just because I thought it suited the jungle theme really nicely. We actually built this on my last live stream for this biome, so feel free to go check it out if you want to see how the build process went. Transitioning from the campsite, this is where I ended up placing Goofy's stall, and I just went with a really simple overgrown decor around it. This was actually one of my least favorite areas, not because I didn't like how the decor turned out, but because I ran out of space. I was really hoping to fit another villager over here, or maybe even a oasis type of build, but there just wasn't enough room for it. So with that being said, I'm very excited about this upcoming update coming in December because I feel like the floating island feature is going to really help me continue the layout over here, but also squeeze in those dream builds that I wish that the plateau could have had today. Now that we have finished doing the walkthrough, let's go ahead and get some overhead shots of the entire biome. One of the biggest things I tried to focus on was layout this time. With my very first Sunlit Plateau build, everything was just kind of random, which made it hard to navigate in. I really wanted to make sure that this new biome got a functional layout that you could easily walk through and not get lost in, but also be able to see everywhere you're going visually. So with the last one, I had trees everywhere. It was just blocking the viewpoints in certain locations. So I wanted to make sure I could focus on not only getting this to feel like a overgrown jungle, but making sure those trees weren't blocking your viewpoint. So we have seen pretty much everywhere in my plateau. I hope that every location has brought you a ton of inspiration. Let me know your favorite spot in the comment section below. Before today's video also ends, I do want to give a huge shout out to all of my channel members. Thank you so much for supporting me as a creator. Just your support in general means the world to me. Thank you again so much for watching, and as always, have a horrible day, and I'll see you next video.
Thank you.